What's the worst flight that you've been on?
Oh, I don't like this topic. We're not doing this.
You're the one who just brought up 2.
Yeah, I know.
That landed
crashes.
safely.
Yeah,
This is
but
the fastest one over again.
hers did as well, apparently, right? She's here.
I am aerophobic.
Yeah, well, you open the book, and
Yeah.
we're gonna read a couple
Pandora's
chapters.
box. Now I know how it
No,
feels.
the book, the chapters, they're there. Tell us, please, what is your worst flight?
I had such horrible. We went through a lightning storm,
Oh yeah.
and it was really intense. Like the whole plane was kind of lighting up from the lightning around us,
Right.
and it was turbulence.
People opened up their windows to see the lightning.
Yeah, because it was actually this insane show. Like at first you're just like, oh wow, there's like a lot of lightning around, and then the turbulence started, and then it got really, really scary. And a friend was actually on my same flight. She was like sitting way up there, and at the end of the flight, like she was in tears.
Right.
And I saw her after, and I was like, that was scary, hey? And she like turned around, and she had been crying the entire time. Ooh, yeah. And I was with my partner at the time, and
He got sucked out.
he got sucked out. Okay, rest in peace. So that's my story, guys. But I ended with, I buried the lead a little bit.
I mean, like you're giant flying through with a huge metal box through a thunderstorm. You know, lightning going on all over the place. Probably pretty nerve-wracking. Why you're probably gonna get struck by lightning? How do they? I wonder how they.
They plan for it.
They plan for it.
They can survive a lightning strike.
Well, I'm sure they can.
It's not
but
good for the
like
plane. Though. It has to.
7 of them?
It has to get inspected
Yeah.
after.
What about you? What's your worst flight experience?
You just like mild turbulence. I mean, I didn't have anything too bad, but yeah, just a couple of rocky shows. But it wasn't too bad.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
You've never been on one where you thought it was going down?
Oh, I thought it was going down, but like, what are you gonna do? It was turbulence, and like,
He's evolved too.
That's why I don't like it.
have you been on a bad one?
Oh, a million bad ones.
Yeah, because you do fly a lot for a person who's aerophobic.
I fly a lot, and I'm from the mountains, so it's like it's always flying home for Christmas, bad weather, and like on these little planes through the mountains. I've been on a million really bad turbulence. I've held strangers' hands, asked them to hold my hand after it's been so bad.
They've asked you to hold their hand?
No, I've asked them.
Oh, okay.
AJ, comedian AJ Vogie, who hasn't been on the show, but him and I were once filming a little short that was in Tallahassee, and the weather was so bad that they canceled our first flight leaving Toronto. We went to the airport bar, and then we went on another flight, and they initially were like, hey, we're going to take off in the first flight if you guys want on. And I was like, no, let's wait for another one. This is a bad omen because I'm crazy. So I got us on a later flight. The weather was so much worse on that later flight. We were in a holding pattern, so we couldn't land because the weather was so bad in South Carolina that the pilot, and the American pilots I find are very, like, they tell you what's going on. Like, yeah, the weather is too bad, the airport's closed right now, so we're in a holding pattern. We're doing figure eights until they clear us to land. And then, like, half an hour of
Got
this.
a 75% chance of living this
Well, it
thing,
was just, and just so much bumps, and you're just seeing lightning strikes, and you're just bumping and doing these figure eights. Which is fine, obviously, because the pilot's not nervous. But then the pilot comes on. He's like, all right, there's another plane that's going to try to go through it first. We're going to follow them. So we won't be the first plane to do it. And he like said that. And it was like, holy shit. We're going to try to go through it. And anyway, we did. And then by the time we landed, the airport was closed. And we had to stay there at an airport hotel because they couldn't fly us to our connection flight. But that was a pretty bad one.
That is crazy when all flights are canceled right after yours.
Yeah.